Hello and welcome to the Icaran sector. This is Andrew, and this is 1,000 points of Chaos Space Marines versus Death Guard. Welcome to the channel. So basically, Tokyo is on sort of semi-lockdown. Very different to the rest of the world, but me and Christian have decided to maybe not travel across the city to each other to be safe. So again, I'm doing a little bit of Solohammer, and I'm speaking to a few people, and they said a bit of a last hurrah between Chaos Space Marines and Death Guard. So that's what we're doing today. So you join us on the planet of Solace, which may sound familiar. So somewhere on the other side of this planet, the Blood Angels and the Raging Dragons are going at it. And the Chaos and the Death Guard have sensed an opportunity to get some extra power, some extra supplies. The only trouble is, they weren't expecting the other person to show up. So they're going to have a bit of a scrap. So we're playing from the main rulebook, Divide and Conquer. So there's 4 objectives. Deployment Zone 1, Deployment Zone 2. I haven't rolled off to see who gets what yet. We'll look at the armies in a second. But they've both chosen the main mission objective. If you can control both points there, you get, I think, 3 points. And if you control those 2 at the end of your turn, you get 2 points. So there's something vital within this area that they're searching for. Some boon of chaos that's festering that they're looking to get. And they will beat the crap out of each other while they try and do that. Other things to note, while this is after the latest errata and FAQ, I've not changed the model points yet because Battle Scribe hasn't caught up with that. However, I will play whoever rolls off first gets first turn, and the changes to any of the secondaries that we've chosen, actually I don't think I've chosen any that have changed, and the person in their second turn, and the last turn, sorry, who took second turn, scores their points at the end of their turn, not in the command phase. So we'll see how that plays out. But first, we'll go look at the armies. Here we have 1,000 points of Chaos Space Marines, the Cult of the Fallen. They're ghostly, summoned by the Grand Sorcerer Tarban Call. These guys run as Alpha Legion, mostly because they're ghostly, and the idea of -1 to hit over 12 inches kind of makes sense to me. So that's what we're going with. And there's a couple of cool stratagems and a couple of cool relics, which they actually do use. So the Warlord, again, is the Sorcerer. He has Arch Sorcerer, so he has 3 spells, Warp Time, Delightful Agonies, and Prescience. He is Mark of Slanesh. And he has Drakescale Plate, which is he has Drakescale Plate, which is the Alpha Legion's Pacific Relic. So he has a 2-up save, and he can ignore mortal wounds on a 5-up. Next to him is Master Helen Durnan, the Master of Possession. I paid an extra command point for him to have Mind Veil. So he has a 3d6 movement when he moves, and he can move through objects and things as if they weren't there, except buildings in the charge phase, apparently. His psychic powers are Cursed Earth and Infernal Power, because there's the extra demons. We've got 3 troops. The Cultists with Keith Jeff, with a Flamer. 10-man strong. These are all Mark of Slanesh. These are Mark of Khorne. And they have... they're Mark of Slanesh, the shooty ones. The Power Maul is actually a pistol for points, but there is a heavy bolter and the autocannon. And these guys are Mark of Khorne with the assault. That plasma pistol is a regular pistol, again for points, keep them under 1,000. We just have a power axe. In the elites, we have the half of the Greater Possessed, Push and Shove. This is Push, and he is ready to buff the demons. And the heavies, we've got the Cuddles, the Mauler Fiend, the Venom Crawler, which is yet to be named. I must find a name for him. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And then we have a Rhino with Havoc Launcher and 2 Combi Bolters. Yep, they've got 2 combi bolters, so there's going to be more shots coming from there. So that is 1,000 points of Cult of the Fallen. We'll go look at the Death Guard. Oh, before we do move on, actually. So they're taking the main mission secondary, as we said, and they're also taking mental interrogation. So if they're near, because the Death Guard have got multiple characters, and I've got the 2 psychers, so if they get near, we can start drawing some information out. Maybe they know something about the sites that we don't. And domination, so control more objectives than their opponent. And there should be a bit faster to be able to do that. Right, on to the Death Guard. This is 998 points of Death Guard, a bit of a smaller detachment. The Warlord is a Chaos Lord with the extra command point to make him disgustingly resilient. He has the Warlord trait from... These are Poxmongers, so he has the Poxmonger Warlord trait. So in melee... So melee within 7 inches of him, we get AP plus AP -1 to their weapons. And he doesn't have a relic. The relic has gone on to the Malignant Plaguecaster, and I paid an extra command point for him to have an extra Warlord trait, which is... so I paid the extra command point, so he has the Warlord trait Arch Contaminator, and he has Putrescent Vitality and Miasma, pretty much as standard. And we've got the guy here, the Foul Blightspawn with his spewer that can take things down. 2 5-man squads of Plague Marines. We have a close combat squad. We've got the Mace of Contagion and a Power Fist. And on this one here we have, so on this one we've got Plasma Blight Launcher, and he doesn't have a Power Fist, but for points. And also he doesn't have the Plasma, he has a Plasma Pistol, but that will be alright. And we've got the Blight Hauler, so he's still at his old points for now, but we'll should be okay for this game. This guy, Entropy Cannons, and just the normal Heavy Stubber. Festive Blood Drone with 2 Plague Splitters, and then the Rhino for the angry dudes there. So we'll go into setup, roll off for attacker and defender, and go from there. Oh, sorry. Before I do that. So the main mission objective, secondary objective, while we stand, we fight, which will be these 3 here, and slay the Warlord. Because they're trying to steal the information from us. We're going to cut the head off the snake. Right, we'll go into deployment and come back. The winners of the roll-off were the cult, so they decided to be defender, chose this side and put their cultists down first in range of the objective, and then we swap backwards and forwards. So we'll stick over here then. So the tight bundle of here of all the demon engines and demons for the buffs. Sorcerers there. Inside the Rhino are the angry shouty Chaos Marines with the chainswords, and the shooty ones on top with the bolt gun and the thing shooting forward. So yeah, things I didn't mention, they've all got 1 wound each. I'm not doing that till they come out because this is kind of the last hurrah, and because it's chaos they've only got 1 wound each as well. So the Plaguecaster here, so with this huge line of sight blocking and the sort of the shooting stuff up there, the Death Guard tucked in here, put the 5 shooting Marines up there, this ready to run forward, this for the bubble, and the Rhino there, that's got also the angry, shouty, fighty Chaos Marines, the Warlord, and the guy with the spewer. So we will go see who just gets first turn. So we'll go blue for these guys, green for the Death Guard, and the Death Guard get turn 1. So we'll go on to movement phase. Simple movement phase. Oh, not quite finished. He's just going to move a little bit. So he's still got his range for those 2 for the 4 up invul. They move forward a bit. That advanced to 96 to take that objective. But its spitters are out of range of anything. And then the Rhino moved, it's 12 inches there, so they're holding that objective. So here we're actually holding the 2 B ones, so we're going to score some points at the end of this turn. as we go into the psychic phase. So first of all, we'll put miasma on that one because it can be seen. That goes off on a 6. That's a 5. Let's use the command point we got this turn. So that's a 6. Okay. And then we'll put Putrescent Vitality on a 6 on these guys. That does not go off this time. Oh, haha. I forgot to mention in the roundup at the start, I do want to try and make sure I mention the scoring more. Something I've been lacking is actually mentioning what the scores have been. So we're going to try and do that this turn or this game and keep a bit better track of who scored what. The first thing that can shoot just in range is the Blight Launcher at Cuddles. So we'll hit on a 3, 1 hit, Strength 6, but 7 on a 7, Wound on a 5. So AB -2, so it'll save on a 5 up. Nope. And it does D3 damage for 1. Alright, we'll mark Cuddle. Looking down at this end then, so he's down to 11 wounds. The Blight Holder in the corner there will launch its mortar up there. D6, 4. Hitting on 4s. That's a good start. Combi Bolter from the Rhino up there. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Saving on a 2. Yep. And last thing to fire was we'll fire a frag missile up at the guys at the top there. D6 for 1. Hitting on a 4. And that is the end of Death Guard turn 1. We're going to get the points for... Did you just fall off? You just fell off. I know your shooting was bad, but no reason to take the leap. So they get 2 points for controlling the 2 objectives labelled as B. That brings us to 2 points to 0 as we win turn 1 for the Cult of the Fallen. Movement phased over. The Rhino went off that objective, is now being challenged. We might have some Rhino on Rhino charging, that could be fun. Cuddles move forward, take over that thing. Everything else sort of shuffle forward here. These guys stayed still as we'll go onto the psychic phase. So, first thing, of course, Infernal Power for that re-rolling ones. So that goes off in a 6. So we have reroll 1s to hit and wound for these guys. What's the within range? Within 6 inches of him. Cursed Earth. Yep, that goes off as well on a 7. So that +1 to their invul around him. Now this guy is going to do warp time. So yeah, let's warp time this guy and get him to move again. On a 6. That just goes off. So he can move a further 8 inches. We'll just tuck him up behind the Rhino there. So he's still in range of the buffs. And we'll do some more shooting on the Rhino. And then we'll put Prescience on these guys on a 7. That goes off on a 10. Of course, the Psychers are all out of range for denying each other. So these guys can add 1 to their hit rolls. Everything here is going to be hitting on 2s because nothing moved there. So that's going to be useful. Did I mention? I don't think I did. These guys are all close combat weapons and assault pistols and brutal assault weapons. So that's what they do. So we'll go on to the shooting phase. So the first thing we'll do is shoot the Venom Crawler at the Rhino. 2d3 shots. 4. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s. 1 wound AP. That's strength +2, so strength 8. So he's only on 3s, but that were 2 2s anyway. Never mind. It is AP -2. So 5 up save. Nope. D3 damage. Let's change a dice. For 2. Putting the Rhino down to 8 wounds. We'll mark that off. The Havoc Launcher and the Combi Bolters will go into the Rhino as well. Havoc Launcher gets 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. No rerolls. That's a 1 as well. Hitting on 5s. And the Havoc Launcher is AP dash. Yeah. So saving on a 3. Saved. And then 2 Combi Bolters. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Saving on 3s. Oh, we plink off another wound. So it's down to 7. I guess we put all the shots from these guys into the Rhino as well. So we have Heavy Bolter, 2s, and then 5s. Nothing. Auto Cannon is Heavy 2. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. And then 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 shots. Might as well try and plink away some wounds. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on... That would have been nice with a wound roll. Wounding on 5s. What we got? 1, 2, 3. And saving on 3s. Oh, we plink off another wound. It's down to 6. That's a good start. That is actually the entire shooting for the turn, I think. Got the Rhino down. So we'll do some charging. First of all, the Rhino will charge the Rhino. To make it back up. Yep. Oh no, 2d6, isn't it? Yep. Bump. And he will charge there, and there will be a command point for Overwatch. 6 inches. So 2d3 auto hits, 2d6 auto hits, sorry, for 5. Wounding on 5, strength 6, toughness 7. 2 AP. -1, 4 up saves. 1 damage. So he is down to 10. So the Rhino gets 3 attacks, hitting on 6s. Nothing. Might as well do the fight back for that, actually. 3 attacks back, hitting on 6s. Nothing. Alright, Cuddles. Cuddles gets 4 attacks, but he is Heretic Astartes, so he gets the... So he gets 5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Let's play a command point for Demon Forge, so re-rolling all hits. So hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Everything hits. Wounding on 3s, but there's no re-rolls because of Demon Forge. I'm going to command point that one. Nope. And... Save on a 5-up demon save. Nope. 3 damage. 2, 3. 5-up, Disgustingly Resilient. Pass 1. He takes 5 damage. Putting him down to 5 wounds. And then 6 additional attacks with the Lasher Tendrils, hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Oh no, 4s, re-rolling. And strength. User. Strength 6, so wounding on 5s. Nothing there. Okay. Alright, so Effective Blood Drone now gets 2 attacks back. Does it get Hateful Assault? It does get Hateful Assault. So 3 attacks back, hitting on 4s. Strength user, he's now strength 5. So wounding on 5s. Nothing back there. So while there are no points scored at the end of the cult's turn, they have blocked off those 2 and nothing's on the objective. So that's interesting. No points scored for the Cult of the Fallen. So at the end of turn 1, it is 2 points to 0 as we go into turn 2. For the movement phase over for the Death Guard. That's shuffled forward slightly. He's tucked in there. This guy's moved around here. That disembarked its passengers for an assault on there, and then fell out of combat back onto the objective so that they're actually holding something next turn, as they scored 0 points in the command phase for primaries. This fell out of combat. I'm going to pay a command point so he can fire, which is a Poxmonger specific strategy. So Demon Engine falls out of combat. It can still shoot and try and take out this guy here. And, oh yeah, these guys hop down the 5 inches to drop down a layer. But they can take the plasma shots and things in there as well, if everything else doesn't kill it. So we've got onto the Psychic phase. So the Psychic phase, he will put -1 to hit Miasma onto this one. It goes off on a 10. And then he will put Putrescent Vitality, try and put it off again on the Marines under there on a 6. That goes off this time. So they're +1 strength and +1 toughness. So toughness 6, strength 5 Marines under there. It's a long bomb charge, but if that thing doesn't die, we can move on to that one. So we've got onto the shooting phase. First thing we shoot here is the Melters, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. 2 5-up demon saves there. 1, so 1 goes through, and d6 damage. It's not d6 plus 2, 1 damage. And then the crack missile misses. Let's double check the range on that one, actually, see if it is within 12. Actually, it was in 12, so you can actually fire his Bile Spurt, which is d3 for 1. Hits on a 4. Wounds on a 5 to change dice. No wounds. So he's down to 7. As we move on to the Crawler, the Mortar will go up and over at the Marines, and the Entropy Cannons and the Stubber will go into there. Stubber hits on a 4. Wounds on a 5. D6 shot, oh no, 2 shots for the Entropy, and this has got the CP on it, so it's minimum 3 damage. 1 hit. And it's now a Plague Weapon as well, so reload everything because of him. Wounds, 5 save, and it saves. And 6 for the mortar, D6 for the mortar, 5, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, wounding on a 3. It's AP -2, so saving on a 4 because they're in cover. Nope. D3, but one of them will go from here. So we'll fire a plasma pistol in from the Warlord, overcharged. Hits. Wounds. Saves on a 6. Saves. Good job, Rhino. So his strength is 2d6. Strength 6. And he gets d6 attacks for 2. Hitting it on 3s. Oh no, it's also wounding. But it is a plague, so it needs a 4. There we go. AP -3 needs another 6. No, 3 damage. So the Rhino is finally down to 7. So from here, we've got 2 bolt shocks and a crack grenade in there. So the bolters hit on 3s. Rerolling 1s, but no. And then 5s. Save on a 3. Yep. Crack Grenade hits on a 3. Reroll 1s because of the Chaos Lord. Hits. Wound on a 3. No. And then the other shooting, these guys will shoot into here. So Plasma. 1, 2 bolters. Check the Plasma Pistol and the Blight Launcher. So Plasma Gun overcharged. Hits on a 3. Wounds on a 3. Bolt Guns. Hits on 3s. Wound on a 5. The Blight Launcher hits on 3s. Will wound on 5. But re-rolling because of the Warlord. Oh, not the Warlord, the Warlord trait. Let's say the Plasma Gun's in range. Overcharged. Hits on a 3. On a 3. And then a 5-up Demon save. No! It takes 2 damage. Putting him down to 5. And with the last thing to shoot is him into this guy here. 2d6. There's now strength 5. That's 9. 8. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because it's a plague weapon. And then Plague Splitter. AP -1. So it's a 4-up invul or a 4-up save anyway. 5 wounds. He's only got 4 wounds anyway. So even for reroll 1, he's done for. So we get rid of him and his psychic shenanigans. That's lovely. All right. Still on that one because we've got troops. And we're going to the charge phase. Do a long bomb charge that way. No, it's in melter range, so... Nope, that's not going to get enough in. Over here, these guys are also in, but I want them to move around a bit. 5. So they can go there. He's not going to charge in, but the Warlord will charge in. Again, he can come around here. And he can't charge because he fell back, but he did shoot. We'll go on to the charge phase over here. So the Warlord has 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. And it's a Bale Sword that he has. So it's 4, so it'll be wounding on 5s, re-rolling 1s because it's a plague weapon. And it's AP -3, 6-up saves. And it's 1 damage, so that's down to 6. And then the Flail of Corruption. So he gets 1 attack plus 1 for being on the charge. And he gets D3 attacks for each attack. 3, 4. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And then strength 6. Still winning on 5s, but re-rolling 1s because it's a plague weapon. It's AP -2, so 5-up save. That Rhino wants to live. My goodness. Alright, Plague Knives then. The champion. 1, 2, 3 more men. They're gonna... Oh, they'll all do the same. Hits on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And then, wound on 5s. Re-rolling 1s, but there's no 1s. And this becomes, AP -1 because of the Warlord trait. So 4, nope. So he's down to 5 wounds on the Rhino. 5 wounds there. As we go on, I think that's the end. Oh no, the Rhino gets to attack back. He's now D3 attacks for 1. Hitting on a 6. No. And that would have been on the Warlord anyway. So that is the end of turn 2. So, no points scored for Death Guard while we stand and slay the Warlord. Warlord is still here. They do actually have the 3 models still, so they do have points coming for that, potentially. But everything might turn around and shoot that thing. As we go on to turn 2. Yeah, turn 2. I'm losing track there. Turn 2 for the Cult of the Fallen. Alright, end of the movement phase. They jumped out. The Rhino pushed forward out the way there. That sort of shuffled this way so that people can get out. So we can... Cult is consolidated. Cuddle's consolidated. And we got 10 points for the primaries because we held 2 objectives, but not more than the others because there's a troops choice on that one at the time. So what we're going to go now is going to the psychic phase. And again, first of all, we're going to prescience on these guys, going off on a 7. That goes off on a 9. So they're +1 to hit again. And I think we're going to put Delightful Agonies. So this is these are actually Mark of Khorne. Everything else I think is Mark of Slaanesh. Oh no, he's Mark of Khorne as well. I think he's Mark of Khorne. So anything that can shoot is Slaanesh, and anything that is fighty is Khorne. So we put... I'd love to put Delightful Agonies on these guys for if I feel no pain, but I can't. So let's put it onto these guys. So that's an 8. That goes off on a 6. So they hit on 2s and then they can shrug off damage. And go... Right, shooting. Let's do these guys first. Pistols first. And the Flamer, everything into that, because you never know. Flamer, 1. Wounds on a 5. Nope. And then 9 pistols. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 5s. And saving on a 3. And it saves. We'll shoot everything from here into there. 2d3. 4. Hitting on 4s. 3 hits. 8. So wounding on 3s. Saving on 5s. And these are D3 damage a time. 5 wounds left. So 6, 7, but we feel no pain. 5 ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, it's not worth command pointing that one. It blows up on a 4. Yep, does not blow off. So, I don't use the word so much as well. With this thing destroyed, that's one of the units that they wanted to keep alive until the end of the turn. Or to the end of the game. So that's less points for while we stand, we fight. And it's also taken that out of my line, leaving these guys free to shoot at the OBSEC secure. And the possibility of Endless Cacophony, which is nice. But first, we'll shoot the pistols into the troops as well. So there's 10 pistols. No plasma pistols this time. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. And then saving on 3s. Alright. Let's shoot everything from there into the troops choice as well. But these are all hitting on 2. So the bolter, or the heavy bolter, the auto cannon, and then one of those guys died. So there's only 7 normal guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Heavy bolter hits on 2s. Wounds on 4s. Save on a 4. Oops. And I mixed them in, didn't I? I'll have to count that again. Auto cannon hits on 2s. Wounds on 3s. Saves on 4 up. Is the autocannon 2 damage? This is 2 damage to 2 5 up, feel no pains. Nope. So we kill off a normal guy. So we'll move him out the way. And then 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I did move extra dice in there. These are 2s. And then 5s. And 3 up. Oh, 3 up saves. And then a 5 up, feel no pain. So the kill off. Another one. So that's 2 down. So we're down to 3. All that firepower, and I took down 2. You guys are disgusting and resilient. I guess we're gonna have to pay Endless Cacophony for 2 command points. Will he find it? Who knows? So I've still got 3 command points left. So these guys could potentially fight twice, depending on how many is left. Right. Heavy bolter. Autocannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Heavy bolter. 2s. 4s. 4 up save. Oh, now these are 2 damage. 5 up. Alright, finally. We've got 1 more guy left. Autocannon 2s. The autocannon is strength 7, so yeah, it's a 3. And then a 4 up save. And then 2 5 ups. Nope. And then just the flail left. 2s. And then 5s. Oh, that's much better. Wow. Then 3 ups. And then this is disgustingly resilient. Wow, he stays. Thinking about it, I'm going to maybe leave off Fury of Khorne. I'm going to play Veterans for them when they charge. And then I'm going to put Demon Shell on him. So on a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds onto that fella. D3 mortal wounds for 1. Get a 5-up. No! Right. He's taken out. So that's the 5 of them. And we'll take down 1 command point. So we won't use Fury of Khorne, but we can put Veteran. Decided not to charge with him because if I can... Oh, I'm now securing that objective. So I will get 2 extra points for controlling both of those. And domination because I'm controlling 3. But we will charge this fella. And we'll put Veterans on for 5. Alright, we'll come back. Coming in here, we've got just chainsword attacks. 1, oh lovely. But the power axe is +2 strength. So he's strength 6. So he would be winning on 3s, but with Vets he's going to be winning on 2s. But he's going to hit on 3s first. Then wound on 2s. AP -2, you need a 4-up invul. And then a disgustingly resilient. Nope, so he takes 1 wound. So he has 4 wounds, so he's got 3 wounds left. Put that there. Right, move that out of the way. So these guys hit on 3s and then wound on 4s because of Vets. And then I need 4s. Oh my goodness, that's AP -1, 4-up saves. He failed all of them. And 5-up disgustingly resilience. No! They slay the warlord. And their warlord over there falls. And that is the end of turn 2. So the Cult of the Fallen have done a lot of damage. Push these guys right back. So they get the points for domination. So they get 3 points for domination, 2 points for holding B, leaving them to 15 points to the Cult of the Fallen, 2 points to the Death Guard as we move into turn 3. Movement phase. He pushed forward so he can melt through as many of those as he possibly can. Possibly the only way to save his life. These guys have all moved forward. So in the shooting phase, they'll probably get vets at the Longmore for a command point. The Death Guard are currently up to 4 command points to 1 for the cults. And we score 5 points in the command phase for holding that objective. As we'll go into the psychic phase. So we're going to put everything onto these guys. So Miasma on a 6. That's a Perils. That's a command point. That's a 6. So Miasma on those guys. And then Putrescent Vitality. That goes off. So I'm trying not to use too many command points for rerolls as I'm playing it. But he doesn't want a headache. That's the end of that. We're going to the shooting phase. The shooting phase, what we'll do is start with him. The mortar will go on to the screaming chainsword killers of doom. And then the 2 entropy cannons, and that will go into him. So let's start with the stubber, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. 2 entropy cannons. That's a lost dice. 1 hit. Wounding on 3, re-rolling because of Arch Contaminator. I have 2 of these models. This one isn't named yet. The other one is called Alf the Congested because he always whiffs. And usually rolls a 1 for that. And you're ticking after him. That's not good. Right, we do have to roll for the mortar. He gets 6. Now that you've said that. 4s. And then 3s re-rolling everything. AP -2, so it's going to be 4-up save in the cover. And they save. The Chaos Gods protect. Not Nurgle's blessings are not happening today. Slaanesh and Khorne seem to want to win the day today. Shoot everything from him. Bile Spurt. 1 shot. Hits on a 4. If I don't destroy my table first. 2 melters. Hits. 3s. 1 wound. Wounds. Save on a demon save. Nope. D6 plus 2. So 4. He's down to 1 wound left. 1 wound left on Cuddles. We go for a crack. Hits. Does not wound. It's down to these guys then. So they've got a command point for vets. There's 2 bolters. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s now. Saving on 3s. Saved the Blight Launcher. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s, but re-rolling. Well, it's a plague weapon anyway. Nope. And a plasma pistol overcharged. Oh, there's a plasma gun as well. Plasma pistol first. Hits. Does not wound. Plasma gun over. 1 wound left. Do I need to overcharge? Yes, because it's wounding on 3s rather than wounding on 4s. Wounding on 3s. And then a demon save. A demon save. Oh, we're wounding on 2s anyway because of vets. But that's okay. So Cuddles has 1 wound left. We're going to have to charge him. Well, this can shoot. It's going to shoot at Cuddles. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Saving on a 3. Oh, it saves. That is the short... Oh, he can shoot. Let's go around here. D6 shots. For 6. Strength. 3. 6 shots. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. Saving on... So the 5 or 6s. Right, so one of them is definitely dead. Now, is it a 5 or a 6? I think it's AP minus 3, so 2 of them are dead. I'm not sure I'm going to survive there, fella. Although we do must try and get mental interrogation off him first before we do that in the psychic phase. Onto the charging. These guys will charge first. They're in on an 8, and then he will charge in. Yeah, in the 7. So we'll move these guys in. So paying a command point for veterans again. We'll do the attacks for the Marines first. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s now. Rerolling 1s. I think they're outside of range for... Saving on 3s. And they do it. And they take him down. On a 6. No, he does not explode. So Cuddles will fall. And they will consolidate onto the objective. As we go on to turn, well, any points scored. So Warlord and Stand We Fight. Oh, that's over there. Warlord is still alive there. Nope, so it's still 15 points to 2. As we go on to, yeah, turn 3 for these guys. So the start of turn 3, we got 10 points for holding 2 objectives. They've come round to try and claim that one back. They've stayed still again. They've stayed still. And the Rhino is going to charge and try and deny that objective for them. So they'll only get 5 points. Onto the psychic phase. We will do psychic interrogation, which goes off. Need to check how many points we get for that one. And then we will do prescience for 7. It's an 8. So again, these guys will be hitting on 2s. Got 2 command points back again. So we could do shooting again. Right, measured up. Some of the guys are in range there. And there's 3 bolters that are only in range of him down there. But we'll come back to that in a second. So we'll start off the shooting phase. He will shoot his pistol at that guy first. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 5. Saving on a 3. He saves. And then... 2 of those fell, didn't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, yeah. So 8 pistols. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. And saving on a 3. And a disgustingly resilient. Wow, he takes a wound, so he's at 3. He's got 4 wounds. This will shoot at that thing. So 2d3 shots for 3. Hitting on 4s. Strength 8. Wounding on 3s. Saving at AP minus 2. So demon save. Nope. D3 damage for 1. Disgustingly resilient. Not a problem. So we'll shoot the 3 that can hit him into him, and everything else will go into there. So heavy bolter, auto cannon. This is 1, 2, 3 into that guy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll do the 4 into the guy first, hitting on 2s because of prescience, and then 5s, saving on a 3-up. He's good, and then heavy bolter into those guys, hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s because there's toughness 6 at the minute. Nothing. Autocannon hits 3s, saving on a 4. There we go. And then the bolters hitting on 2s, and then 5s, and then a 3. Is it worth Endless Cacophony? Have a think about Endless Cacophony, because the Rhino has 2 of those and D6 shots. 6. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s, saving on a 3. 2 wounds on the white Rhino, putting down to 4 for the Death Guard Rhino. And then he's hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s, saving on 3s. 3 wounds, putting it down to 3 wounds remaining. Interesting. Rhino on Rhino battle there. Endless Cacophony. 2 command points left. No. We will actually move on to the charging phase. These guys will charge in. We'll spend a command point on Overwatch. So on Overwatch, so you get D6 shots. 5, 4. Ooh. Strength 7. So wounding on 3s. Dull wound, saving on 6s. So 4 of them drop out as they charge round. He will charge both because it's going to be the same distance. 6. Ooh. He just gets in, but unfortunately not enough to allow that one to get in either. Oh dear. Right, we'll just need to move these guys now. Death Guard player has 2 command points to interrupt, so we will start with this guy, putting everything into the Marines. He's not much of a fighter. And that got mighty 12 inches on the charge. Oh, the rhinos. Oh, lovely. All right. Putting everything into the Marines. He gets 6 attacks. And he's strength 6, so he'll be wounding on 4s, but he hits on 2s first. And then wounding on 4s. And then AP -2, saving on a 5. That did not go well. We're not going to pay to interrupt in there because that's probably a goner. Axe. There's 3 men left. Chainswords. And Hateful Assault. The axe first, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. And AP -1, saving on a 4. Saves. Chainswords. Hitting on 3s. That's a 1. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. Saving on 4s. Wow. Okay. The Rhino, D3. 3. Hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. Wounds. Saving on a 3. Saves. So that entire fight phase did nothing. Right, we'll count some dice and come back. Right, we'll come to fight back. Actually, I did off camera the Rhino put 1 wound back on that thing there. That was hilarious. Paying a command point for veterans for these guys. So we're going to hit on 3s. They are now strength 5. That's toughness 5. So the 4s, we're going to wound on 3s because of veterans. Reroll 1s, but there wasn't any. And save on 3. Save on 3s. He takes 3 wounds, putting him down to 2. And then the Blight Hauler gets 4 attacks. He's Gnashing Maw. Strength 6, so hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. EP -2, saving on the 5-up demon save. 1 damage each. Actually takes him down. So he bounced. And then 4 attacks on the Foul Blight Spawn, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s as a plague weapon. Nope. So that one stays as it is. So the total... we don't get domination this turn because we're holding half the objectives. That one is objective secured. So we get 13 points this turn for the interrogation and for 2 objectives. So we are currently on 28 points to 7 for the Cult of the Fallen. Now we're going to turn 4 movement phase for the Death Guard. So we're going to get some Demon Engine fighting going on here. They moved on to the objective. He moved around here to try and smite that thing off of that. He fell out of combat. See if he survives. And then you can overwatch on that one. There's the Lub's objective secured. So we'll go on to the Psychic phase. If I bring some dice with me. Turn 4, they only scored 5 points for holding that objective, because that one is now contested. So first of all, smite on a 5. That was this dice, and this dice is not a super smite. D3 for the 3. So he's down to 1 wound left. Actually, in the movement phase, he would have fell out of combat. So we can actually shoot. Yes, that's what we will do. And then he will put Miasma onto that, so it's -1 to hit if needs be. Actually, should probably... He's visible from downrange over there. Actually, he should probably do that on himself. On a 6, yeah. So he's -1 to hit. So he's still going to be hit on a 3 if those guys get prescience. But we shall see. We'll go on to the shooting phase. First of all, he will fire his pistol at that. Move the dice away. Hits on a 5. Save on a 3. Oh, just. So entropy cannons and stubber into him. And again, ow, spiky bits. Ooh. That really hurt. We'll fire the mortar up and over. Maybe clear out those guys there. Entropy cannons hitting on 4s. 3s. Saving on a 6. So up to the stubbers. That fell off the table. And then a 5. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to charge. Oh, this is glorious. Right, D6 shots. 4. Or maybe we can put some firepower back from over there. Hitting on a 4. Wounding on a 3. Rerolling everything because of Arch. Saving on a 5 for those guys. Nope. So actually 2 more of these guys fall. So let's take off. They are the champion, eh? Take off those 2. No. Need to be coherent. So those 2. That's a shame. We'll come back around. These guys actually probably should have had a morale check last turn. However, it's a bit late now and they did lose more, so yeah, I'm going to leave that as it is, I think, just for time's sake. Moving around here. Dice will shoot everything into there. So, Melter, 1 hit. Wounds, save on a 5. Nope. So 5 wounds. I believe the Venom Crawler has 10 wounds. So he's down to 5. Bile Spurt. 2 shots. Strength 6. 7 or 7, sorry. 4s and 5s. And then a crack missile hits. Wounds. Save on a demon save. Nope. And 2 damage. Leaving it down to 3. Oh, we get a command point back this phase. I forgot that bit. 1 plasma shot back at the Rhino and everything else into him. So it's out of rapid fire range. Hits on a 3. Didn't overcharge that, thankfully. Plasma pistol overcharged at the Venom Crawler. Doesn't hit. So we've got 2 bolters. And then 5s. And then the plate launcher hits. 5s. 1 wound. Demon save. And that's D3 damage for 3. So he blows up on a 5. And he blows up. And he does D3 mortal wounds to the cultists for 2. 2 very dead cultists. D3 mortal wounds to that for 2. Disgustingly resilient. Saves 1 of them. So he is on 9 wounds. And then 6 inches. And then D3 on the 5-ups. And again, one of these guys falls. Just the normal bolter fella. There we go. Alright. So we do get some pushback there. As we'll into the charge phase. The Warlord will charge the Rhino 7, that should do it. And he will charge the cultists 8, that should do it. I'm not going to interrupt for either of those. So we'll start here. 4 attacks from him, hitting on 4s. Wounding on strength 6. Yeah, wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because it's a plague weapon. And no save. 1, 2. I'll take off the flamer. They're going to have a tough time. They've lost 5. The leadership is 6. And then the Warlord on the Rhino, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling everything because of his thing. AP -1. 4-up saves. And D3 damage. And does the Rhino explode on a 6? No! Okay. So the cultists get to attack back. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 6s. That one's a bit cocked, we'll call that one, yep. Wounding on 6s. Nothing. And we'll go straight to their morale. So they lost 5, their leadership is 6. Yep. 1 more runs away. And then there's 4 that will go on 2s. Oh yeah, with the screamy thing in front of them, they're probably going to run away. The sorcerer will be shouting at them and all sorts. So at the end of end of turn 4 for the Death Guard, we got our total points haul is 12 points to 28, and we're not controlling any of the opposite ones, and we haven't slayed the Warlord yet. So we're going to turn 4 for the Cult of the Fallen. The End of turn for command phase. We got 10 points for holding 2. Got a command point back, puts back to 3. They're screaming and biting, but the sorcerer told them to stay where they are to hold the objective. They pulled back to hold the objective. They've again not moved. He's moved forward. We're going to smite and prescience again. And try and take down this thing. So we'll probably put vets and then shoot again on there if that thing's not dead. Psychic phase, prescience for 7. That's a 5. I need the command point for other things. Smite goes off on a 6. D3, 3. Disgustingly resilient. Oh, it takes 1 more wound. Okay. So going to the shooting phase. We'll put his bolt pistol in. Hits. Doesn't wound. Alright, we'll play command point for vets. So the bolter, autocannon 1. Alright. Again, everything's going to shoot into here. So the bolter hits on 3s. Wounds on 4s. Autocannon hits. Wounds on 2s. Demon 4-up save. And then 2-up disgustingly resilient. No, it's down to 6 wounds. And then the bolters hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Oops. Let's roll that one again. And 4s. Saving on 3s. And then disgustingly resilient. No. Ooh, putting it down to 2 wounds. Yep, we're going to have to play Endless Cacophony again, aren't we? Yep. Endless Cacophony it is. Bolter, hitting on 3s. A heavy bolter. 4s. Saving on 4s. Disgustingly resilient. Nope. Blows up on a 4 though. Oh, it goes boom. And 1 mortal wound all around. So that one pops it. And the sorcerer has 4 wounds. So he's down to 3. And they've got leadership of 6. 1 of 6, she'll run away. No. Ooh. So these guys are going to have to go for a charge on him. They're out of line of sight. Yep, that's going to pull him in. Leaving us off the objective, but we're doing all right for now. We need to take him down. So coming around here. Got 3 for the power axe, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Saving on 4. Chain axes. 5s. And he gets 4 attacks back. Then 4s. And then saving on a 3. Yeah. Okay, that didn't go anywhere. We just got the 10 points. So putting us to 38 to 12 as we go into the final round for the Death Guard. End of the movement phase. We finally get 10 points for the Death Guard for holding 2 objectives. He's moved around to do some smiting and some other shenanigans. They've got range on the Warlord for slay the Warlord. And he will just put entropy cannons into those guys if needs be. And we'll mortar up over there. So we go on to the psychic phase. So first of all, a smite. That hits D3 for 1. one of them goes smush, and then put Putrescent Vitality on him just to be safe. It's a 5. That does not go off. So we'll start off with the back here. Put the entropy cannons into him and the stubbers, and then the mortar will up and over into the Marines in the building. No hits for the entropy cannon. No hits for that. And then D6. 2, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Saving on... not that. So one of them over there goes. Pistol from him into the remaining guy. Hits. Doesn't wound. D6 shots from him. Oh, he gets big 6. Strength. 8. So wounding on 2s. Re-rolling everything. Saving on 6s. No save this whatsoever. So all of the shots in the backfield to take down one of these and one of these. So then all of these will shoot into him. Oh, just remembered he has a 2-up save. Oh, never mind. Plasma pistol, not overcharged, don't need to. Hits, wounds on a 3, saves on a 4, nope. 2 wounds. Plasma gun. Hits. Wounds. Saves on a 5. 1 wound left on the Warlord. Slay the Warlord. And a standard bolt gun. Hits. No wounds. The Warlord survives on 1 wound left. And... oh, he's actually removed, isn't he? Yeah, they all got removed. And that is the end. No points for Slay the Warlord. I mean, if he goes charging in close combat, quite possibly. But we'll go on to turn 5 for the Cult of the Fallen. And remember now, we score the objectives in the end of the phase, not the command phase. Alright, last psychic phase of the game. We're going to put prescience on these guys again. That does not go off. Go on, it's the last command point. 6. Nope, that goes off in a 7. Okay. But he will put Delightful Agonies. No, he doesn't need to put... he will warp time himself. Just to make sure he's definitely on that objective. So we will hold 2 at the end of the game. And then everything left is the shooting. So we'll put the plasma, his single pistol, hits, wounds, saves, and everything from them into there as well. Heavy bolter, dice all counted out. So they've not got any of the miasma or anything on them, so hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, saving on a 4, disgustingly resilient. Nope, the final bolter guy goes. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, disgustingly resilient. Oh no. So, did that the wrong way around. Okay. 1, 2, 3, that was the save. 4, 5, 6, that was the save. That is saved. And then the bolters, 3s, and 5s. Oh, I've done it again. Good work, bolters. Saving on 3s. And then a 5-up. Not... there's 3 of them left. And there's no charges for the end of the game. So they get 10 points for the 2 objectives there. And we'll come back after we've added all the points up. And the final scores are in. 27 points to the Death Guard, 48 points to the Cult of the Fallen. So whatever information or artifact they were looking for, the Cult of the Fallen got more information than the Death Guard did. All while the two Space Marine factions were distracted with each other. I was quite a lot of fun, actually. These guys are disgusting and resilient. Still quite a few models left, but we took down some of the bigger things. That didn't get a scratch, but it didn't do very much at all. These guys did the work today. They were awesome. Endless Cacophony, and even without it, they were rolling high. They took down a few decent sized things. I can't believe I got without Slay the Warlord. But anyway, thank you for watching and indulging me in my Solohammer. Please do like and subscribe. Leave comments. I probably missed some rules. Let me know what I've missed. But have a nice day. We'll see you in the next video.